All right, so I'm thinking because it's gonna be in the woods, so if I just skirt the outline of the woods, that way I'm not in the middle of the field. I might be blocked by like a little bit more trees. If I'm just doing this from 45 feet away, I'm not gonna see him even if my light's directly on him.
Yeah.
So, let's try that. Let's go.
We did a video on your channel recently about traps, right?
Yeah, whole slew.
And I'm not talking this slappy hand stuff you're doing.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about these big things you've been working on here, hitting them shrugs up here.
You know it.
I'm talking about how to actually trap someone.
Oh, okay.
How to get them to fall into your trap.
Okay, got it.
Do you know how to do that?
Theoretically.
Yeah. To understand how a trap works, we have to understand what the dude wants, right? I have to have something that he wants. If you put food in a trap, an animal goes to it.
Yeah.
So in the idea of hitting and not getting hit, you want to hit me.
All right, so this is a very different test. I found it though.
Misdirection. That's how you trap somebody. If I just stand here like this, you have your choice.
Yeah.
You can hit me with any of your limbs and any of my body parts.
Correct.
As I build my guard and choose my stance, I can sort of dictate available targets.
Yes.
For instance, if I'm going like this, the target is my face. And if I'm going like this, the target is my body. But like, that's never gonna work because it's too obvious. We gotta be craftier.
Look, I was supposed to have walked out of this door.
Right, he was looking over there.
That's where other people.
And you were sneaking up on him, but then you had problems. That's what I'm gonna show you is behind cover. I wanna do 2 pickups real quick before we lose the light. I wanna do 1, I want you to come up on me. Because that's just how it happened, he went down. That's not how it will actually happen. Right.
Did you know this is happening?
Not really.
No, think about it.
I'll give you one of my favorite examples, false lead. You're familiar with it?
Yes.
I think false lead presents tremendous counter-striking opportunities if you set a trap appropriately with it. If I'm like this, this is pretty defensively sound. There's not a lot available to you here.
Right.
Right? When I go that false lead, there's still not a lot available to you.
Yeah.
Right? But when I go like this, you have one thing that you can do. That's the one really only feasible thing, that right hand to my face. Let me stop toying with you and show you what you want to see. This is the perimeter trip alarm from Fifth Ops. It's the sponsor of this video. They asked me, hey, do you want to do a video with one of our perimeter alarms? We'll send one to you. And I was like, I already have one. It's got these little holes here so you can mount it with screws or with zip ties to whatever you want. And then it's got this. After it's mounted on something, you put that little pin in there, and then it's ready to go. When someone comes by, this gets pulled out and hits whatever you've got loaded here. This one is for 12 gauge shells. I put 12 gauge blanks in it, but it also has like this adapter that you can put 22 blanks in. They also have one that just does 209 primers. They have a 308 version. I had to do a lot of experimenting to find the round that I felt was loud enough to be funny, but not so loud it would actually damage anyone's hearing. But they have a ton of options of how you can configure these things. I'll put a link to Fifth Ops. Go check out their perimeter trip alarm in the description down below. If I can create a scenario where you only have 1 strike available to you, that makes defending it predictable and easier. Because we don't want him to stumble into the correct answer himself. Because there's a correct answer there as well. Yeah. I don't want him to stumble into the correct answer, so I have to limit all the options.
Yeah.
If he walks on this side, it doesn't work. If he walks on that side, it does. What a person who has never, who doesn't use weapons on people looks like. So don't try to get fancy with it. Just go up there and crack it. Yeah. No, go in front of it, crack it.
Man, I bet you there are gators in there.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Holy fuck, what the fuck is that? Man.
Got him!
I have my mind ready to hit something.
That's how it works. That's how you set a trap. You convince him that one thing's happening, but quite another thing is happening.
This thing's irrelevant? You're not even doing shit with this thing?
No, that's not today. So I post on this, which stifles that jab, makes him not want to throw it. And I believe this is kind of theoretical because I can't read people's minds yet. I haven't figured that one out. I feel like doing this sort of also interferes with your decision to kick.
Yeah.
It maybe shouldn't, but you kind of move your hands when you kick.
Yeah.
So when I do this, I almost always get that right there.
Yeah.
The key is you have to know your trap is going to work. You have to know it's going to work. You have to have faith in it, which only comes from practice and timing and whatnot.
Right.
But I like to know that as soon as I do this, he's going to do that, and I drop and counter, right?
I like that.
Or show him that drop, counter. Or show him that drop, counter. But you can't, with your traps, it'd be inhumane to leave the animal in there for too long. I can't show him the trap, spring it, and then not go check it. You know, as soon as you hear that trap, I have to know. I have to go right away. I can't be like, ha, ha, it worked, you fool, yeah, right? Because then they're gone. So, kicking, right? What if I want a certain kick, right? What if I'm standing like this? You can kick either of your legs could kick either of my legs on either side. Right? Literally, you could do anything you wanted. Right? So when I do this, I give you the lead leg. But I've given you the lead leg inside or outside. You can take either one, right?
Take either one,
Right? So you kick with your lead leg. Boom. You kick with your rear leg. Boom. If I give you this one, same thing. Big, that one, or the big inside kick. Bang, that one. But just a little, and it has to be subtle. You can't be obvious with it. I can't go like, ha ha ha, right? But just a subtle change in this right here. I've eliminated that.
You really killed this one,
And I've almost made it seem like this kick. So this kick kind of sucks for you right here. You don't really have a kick at all. I don't want to totally make him not want to do anything. If I stand 50-50 with you and turn, you have neither kick to the leg. You're not going to throw that one because you're worried about the knee. You're not going to throw this one because you'd have to move. So I have to make you think it's your idea. So I step slightly inside, which makes that kick less desirable. Makes that kick super desirable, right? And you go to throw that kick, boom, bang. Or, you know, whatever counter you would use. Turn it in here, crack like that. Whatever your thing is.
I got one. I do a lot of the false lead stuff. A lot of the times here, what I'll do is I'll do the same thing open, except I'm gonna really, really force either hand. Because I need him to throw, hopefully, that hand, right? And the same thing you did, you could post here, but I'm actually gonna use this hand to do my little thing. So the idea here is I'm gonna move this way, so this hand doesn't feel like it can hit me.
You've disqualified it by moving.
By moving this way, and then I block here so it feels like the kick doesn't work, but you want to punch.
You know what's
the
funny? A
face.
kick might be a good answer here, but people don't. They see this. I just see that face. I want to punch it.
That's fair.
Right?
And so as it comes in, I'll pull it down, and then that's
pulling me into that.
Pulling into that level.
That point. That triangular. I got 2 points of base when you pull. If you pull me, if you pulled me that way, wouldn't do much. If you pushed me, wouldn't do much. But you pulled me
right there. Right.
So I had to step to get that.
And a lot of times, even if I don't get that part right, if I'm here and he throws it, and I'm here and I'll miss, it still allows me to keep moving, and I'll throw and get.
I don't have a ton of answers.
Yeah.
So you disqualified the left by distance.
By distance and moving kind of like by putting my head here. So it doesn't make sense for you to throw that hand.
It doesn't.
Because you'd have to do a bunch.
And I just disqualified it by posting on it to show you, know. The kick might be the answer. But I'll tell you, actually, you want to know how to beat someone? If you are getting, where are we at in this video? How many minutes we got there, Jared?
9 minutes.
Perfect. If you're still around, I'm going to show you now how to beat someone that's doing this to you. Very simple. When I put this peanut butter in here, which actually I put peanut butter in mousetraps. I don't use cheese. I use peanut butter. Because I like peanut butter, so I assume that they like it.
They probably do.
You know what? I had a mousetrap once, and I found a little mouse dead in it, but the peanut butter was gone. And I'm like, and he was like smashed, and his neck was like, and I was like, did he eat the peanut butter while he was dying, or did another mouse?
Friend come to eat the
and
peanut
then
butter.
think about that. What if you rolled up, and I was like, oh damn, Ed's dead. Here, hold on. Damn. Anyway, I digress.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All Ed has to do is feint. He feints, I do my thing. And then I get wrecked. Right? Because the trap really only works if you behave predictably. And when you get into this like kind of arms race of I'm faking you, you're faking me. Do you know that I know that you know that I know? If I do this, are you gonna kick that leg and then get hook kicked or whatever?
Yeah.
If all things are equal, and this is true I think in most forms of combat, Jared, I would love your opinion. Assuming we're relatively equal in experience level, skill, size, it's gonna come down to feints.
Yeah.
I think.
agree.
You agree with that one?
Yeah, perception.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the ultimate, because you know all the kicks I know. I know all the punches you know. We know all the same shit.
Yeah.
But it's going to be who can like really sell the feint. So if someone is trapping you in these things, sell that, and then they come back up and they get kicked, or you could even double pump that thing.
I was gonna say that.
Just fake it and then throw it. Yep. Because the first one I'm going to bop down, I'm going to come up and get cracked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like it. I actually thought about that on the way over here.
Here,
I'm gonna switch.
let's do a camera switch.
So I actually thought about something on the way over here.
Yeah.
Concerning the same concept that you're talking about, where you're trapping a hand to expect the next punch.
Yeah.
And what
So
the
this-
counter would be.
Right.
So typically, if I did that, the hook is coming.
Right.
I'm rolling the throw.
Yeah.
Or same thing, opposite side. I'm here. I'm trapping here. Then I cross to go here. But another concept I use from a striking or boxing standpoint would be not to trap, but to feel like you're occupying through, but I'm still being active with this. Jabbing,
No,
jabbing.
this is present in MMA and grappling as well. I'll explain in a second.
Okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, but continue.
Yeah. Your guard is up, and I'm occupying this hand, making it feel like that's the only option.
Yeah.
To get that, or to move out or exit, but yeah. same
So
concept.
I use a concept. Here, check this out. I'll show you a little bit about kicking. I use a concept. This is a trap as well. It's a form of a trap. I call it a lull. It's the opposite of a feint. We've gone pretty deep. We went from traps to feints to what I call a lull. What's a feint? I'm convincing you that I was about to hurt you. So you react as if I was going to hurt you.
Right.
A lull for me, and your hand thing made me think of this. A lull is like, that's not that bad, right? You can deal with that. Say you and I are going, right? We're moving around, right? I go like this. Now if I went crack cow, you're gonna be like, you're gonna start reacting, right? Let's say if we're going, we're doing our thing. That's not that bad, right? That's not that bad. You can deal with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Lull me
let
to
me.
the-
Yeah, it's a lull. It's a form of a trap.
Yeah.
It's a siren song. You think there's something good for you over here.
Yeah.
You're thinking, what do you think about? Oh, I can take that. I can step into my right hand. You could just step into a right and crack me. That's a common answer in MMA if you don't want to check the kicks.
Yeah.
I go to kick, right?
Yeah.
And you thinking about powering into that thing.
Right.
But if this is just a lull, it ain't even real, you're going to impale yourself on that.
Yeah.
But in that form of a trap, now we've come all the way back around to actual trapping. Check this out. Guard's super tight, right? I have this thing I do where I call it like touching a stove, right? When you touch a stove, you don't go like that, right? What do? You?
Yep.
Oh, he's not gonna, it's not gonna burn me.
Right.
So when I'm checking a guard, this is a thing you can do in MMA, especially. We kind of check the guard like this, kind of like, and if you're letting me, bro, you're letting me
Get away with that.
Oh shit, you're gonna let me grab your hands, because I haven't hurt you.
Right.
And now we've sprung our trap.
Yeah.
Now we pummel in or dirty box or whatever else.
Right.
But the key is, it's not just fake them out, do one thing when they expect another. You have to understand what's in his mind. You have to understand, what does he want? Are you convincing him that he's gonna have an opportunity to hit you? Are you convincing him that he's safe where he's at? You have to to trap someone, you have to think like them. If you want to catch an animal, you gotta think like that animal. You gotta go where its water source is, where its food is. If you want to catch criminals, being a cop and being a criminal is the same skill set. You got to think. You got to go where they're at and think the way that they think. Do you know where I got the way that I'm teaching and thinking about traps now? I'm reverse engineering your boxing instructions.
Go for it.
Because you are always teaching us about shot selection.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
How do we know which punch to throw?
Yeah.
Well, which punch is appropriate?
Yeah.
So if I'm moving this way, you're going to stop me with that.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Well, it works both ways. What if I want you to throw that punch? I'll move this way, expect it, and answer. You know what I mean? So it's like that meta
Reverse
game.
of the,
So all I'm doing is I'm just trying to undo. I'm just plotting on Jared.